People are hungry, so we give them food. They are sick, so we give them medicine. Billions and billions of dollars have been spent over many decades. Yet, if this was all God intended to do, why are things still so broken? One of the focuses of sustainable medical missions is eradicating neglected tropical diseases because they adversely impact over 1.2 billion people who've been neglected by the world. Due to the scale of these diseases and the disabilities they inflict, the World Health Organization states they are one of the leading causes of poverty, robbing people from lives which could be free from disease and death. But eradicating them seems to be an impossible task. But transformation through Sustainable Medical Missions partners is happening on an ever-growing scale that now exceeds 4.7 million people. Not only are millions being positively impacted, but communities with 98% prevalence disease rates are seeing these diseases nearly eradicated in just a few short years. This is possible not because of massive funding or powerful promoters. Rather, it begins with a shift in identity. Sustainable Med's first step is training, equipping, and empowering local faith, medical, and community leaders. They are taught a patented medical framework for problem solving that inherently reduces disease recurrence. They are also trained in the foundational understanding of the primary neglected tropical diseases in their communities. We do not tell them what the problems are in their communities, nor how to solve them. Rather, the leaders are equipped to create holistic and integrated solutions that are locally designed and customized to fit their communities. Success is found as the identities of leaders and members of the community are actively restored to what God called each of them to be. They identify their problems in their communities and mobilize others to own their solutions. Community members who once believed they did not have the education, resources, or abilities to make a difference are now thriving as they catch the vision and look for ways in which they can contribute to that transformation. Not only are people physically healed, but the stigma of neglect is removed as their relationships are healed with the rest of their community and identities are fully restored. As they're discipled in their relationships with Jesus by local pastoral and community leaders, they realize that their identity is not defined as broken, forgotten, or powerless people, but people who are loved and valued sons and daughters of the Creator of the universe. This creates a ripple effect. They start investing deeply in their education, local economy, and each other. Furthermore, they are inspired to be innovators who look for the ways God has already provided answers to problems in their communities. One example would be Ugandan grandmother's recipe for pumpkin seed tea, which was discovered to be nearly as effective against intestinal worms as Western medications. As an organization that values sustainable solutions, Sustainable Med is actively seeking to work itself out of a job. That said, we do not simply teach, give resources, and leave. Our time and relational commitment to each partner continues for as long as they like to continue to transform their communities. Our best leaders, who are called leaders of excellence, use their successes and challenges to mentor and advise others in their region. This process has proven inherently sustainable, as we have seen local people outgive those in the United States. For every dollar donated here, they contribute $86 in time, materials, and financial resources. They invest in the projects they now own. But over time, things break, wear out, and costs increase. So we also help set up local businesses whose profits fund the ongoing work, removing reliance upon outside resources. A decade since being established, several of our communities are no longer dependent on Sustainable Med to continue their transformation. Sustainable Medical Missions is not the hero. God and the local leaders are the ones who get and deserve the credit. Sustainable Med simply equips the community and takes great joy in being the storyteller. And their stories get better and more powerful each year. Diseases are being eradicated, communities are thriving, and children are freed from endless cycles of poverty and despair. There is hope, and there is joy as restored men and women lead their communities through true physical and spiritual transformation.